JP Morgan just talked about their 2026 Bitcoin price prediction. And in this video, we're going to be going over it. We're going to be going over some other Bitcoin news as well. And overall, just giving you guys a Bitcoin update. Welcome back to the Bitcoin to 1 million channel, where on this channel, you will see daily Bitcoin videos going over news updates, market updates, Bitcoin news, all sorts of stuff that relates to Bitcoin hitting $1 million. Now, if you guys do think that this is going to happen or want to be a part of the journey, subscribe down below. This is a newer channel and I'm trying to get to, like, I don't know, maybe like 25 subscribers before 2026. That'd be really cool. And yeah, it's a slow and steady race for sure. And I am here to grind and see Bitcoin hit a milli. Okay, let's get into it, guys. First off, we're going to start with price action, and then we're going to get right into Juicy Morgan, JP Morgan. So just stay put here. Now, $87,000 is what we're looking at. Bitcoin is up today after we saw a pretty brutal week. I mean, we just saw just straight dips and Bart Simpson heads on the charts here. So it has been pretty boring, has been pretty shitty, but hey, it is what it is. We have to play the cards that we are dealt with, okay? There is a lot of manipulation going on in the markets. There's a lot of things going on. And again, if you guys have been watching the videos, this whole month, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Now, we could see in the 1 month chart as well, we're down 7%. And again, you see so many of these Bart Simpson heads. It's actually pretty funny. I saw someone properly like add Bart Simpson to the charts, and I'm just like, oh my, this is like literally Bart Simpson, okay? In the past year, guys, we're down 17.5%. But let's take a look at it, right? Obviously, guys, Bitcoin is something that you have to zoom out to really understand, right? Bitcoin is a asset that is, in my opinion, the greatest asset to hold. And I genuinely do think that there is a lot more money coming in next year, and so does JP Morgan. So JP Morgan calls Bitcoin bottom at 94K. So obviously this is incorrect. The bottom this year looked to have been, let's call it, what was it, like about 84, 85K, right? So definitely not 94K, but they predict $170,000 in 2026 to challenge gold's 28.3 trillion market cap. Now, if Bitcoin does get to 170K, guys, that would be insane. I do think that it is definitely possible next year. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that Bitcoin would have hit at least 150 this year. So to see that Bitcoin is at, the all-time high was, what was it, 126. Again, 170K is not that much more, considering how massive of an asset Bitcoin is. So that is their price prediction. What do you guys think the price prediction is? Because there's a lot of things going on. So first off, guys, Bitcoin institutional holdings reach basically 6 million Bitcoin, right? Which is 30% of the circulating supply. So when 30% is controlled or owned by institutional holdings, you got to realize that, again, the average retail investor, one, is still so underexposed to Bitcoin, and two, is never going to be able to own one whole Bitcoin. Now, yes, the argument is, no one really needs one whole Bitcoin when Bitcoin's $1 million, and that is going to be attainable for the average person. But right now, the supply shock that is happening, the FOMO that is happening, that is where the true winners are going to be, and that's where people are going to make the majority of their money, okay? Now, Bitcoin has dipped more than 30% 3 times this cycle, okay? The previous two were great times to buy, and this time as well, I do think is a generational entry. I mean, again, do you guys really think that Bitcoin is not going to hit all-time highs again? I mean, if you were to just go ahead and acquire one Bitcoin right now, you're looking at around $30,000 in gains, a bit more, even like a bit closer to 40,000 in gains, just when we get back to all-time highs, right? Again, very easy maths to understand, right? Bitcoin's at 87K, and we all know that Bitcoin's going to get back to 126K, right? So, I mean, we're looking, my math is actually wrong there. We're looking at close to $40,000 in gains, right? So again, seems like a pretty freaking great investment to me, right? Like almost 50% gains, right? Now, this really hit home to me. I mean, quite literally and figuratively. This is North York, right, near Young Street, right, which I believe is the longest road in North America, if I'm not mistaken. Now, in the 1930s, this house costed $8,650, right? In the 1930s, right? So we're looking at, you know, less than, quick math here, less than 100 years ago, right? Today, it's $2 million. Housing didn't break, the money did, right? Which is insane. And I mean, like, this is a detached 6th room. And I mean, I've been in this neighborhood before, right? These houses by no means are amazing, right? They're, I would say, shitters, right? They're very old, outdated. You're gonna have to do a lot of renovations in them. A lot of the houses in this neighborhood as well have been reconstructed or demolished and rebuilt. But again, to think that, this costed $8,650, literally, let's call it 100 years ago, and now it's worth 2 million. Guys, There's something wrong here. Okay, now I want to say big shout out to whoever this guy is, and I really can't wait to see a lot of people. I mean, my plans for this channel is to be one of the biggest Bitcoin news channels out there, and I will not stop until that happens. So when that does happen, I can't wait to see people in the comments down below saying, you know what, I finally acquired one whole Bitcoin. This is just amazing to see. Again, this person is, in my opinion, guaranteed a millionaire, right? Not now, but definitely soon, right? Definitely within a couple of years. Now, Grayscale also predicts Bitcoin to hit a new all-time high within the first half of 2026. I'm seeing a lot of people start to say that Q1 or Q2 of 2026 is going to be very bullish. Assuming that does happen, that is going to be freaking amazing. And finally, guys, some news from El Salvador. This is the president here. If the government can print unlimited amounts of money out of thin air, why do they collect taxes? That is the, trillion-dollar question, I may say so. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.